Hi, I'm Winter. I've been told I have a name that doesn't match my personality. Cold on the outside, but burning up inside. That's what happens when you live with someone like my dad. Get those dishes done before I get home or there'll be hell to pay. That's how Martin starts most mornings. My father isn't just strict. He's a tornado of rage waiting for any excuse to touch down. I quietly load the dishwasher as he slams the front door. My mom, Diane, pretends to be busy with her coffee. He's just stressed about work, honey. Try not to take it personally. That's her answer for everything. Don't take it personally when he screams. Don't take it personally when he throws things. Don't take it personally when he calls you worthless. My phone buzzes with a text from Tara. OMG, your dad going crazy again this morning? Still coming over after school? Tara's been my best friend since 4th grade. Her house is my sanctuary. The only place I can breathe without measuring each inhale and exhale. He's in rare form today. See you at lunch. My little brother Leo shuffles into the kitchen, eyes still puffy from sleep. He's only 12 and already walks on eggshells. Is he gone? I nod, sliding him a bowl of cereal. Yeah, but we better hurry. Bus comes in 15. At school, I stop by Miss Reeves' office. She's the only counselor who actually listens. How are things at home, Winter? Same old circus, different day? You know you can talk to me about anything, right? Anything at all? I nod but don't elaborate. What would be the point? Martin is careful, never leaves marks where people can see them. His weapons are words and psychological warfare. That night, dinner is a minefield. What the hell is this supposed to be? Martin pokes at the casserole Diane spent 2 hours making. It's that recipe your mother used to make. My mother knew how to cook. This tastes like dog food. Leo catches my eye across the table. We have a silent language of glances and subtle head movements. Later, I'm doing homework when Martin storms in. Your room is a pigsty. Clean it now or everything goes in the trash. I stay up until midnight reorganizing everything to his impossible standards. By 2 a.m., I finally collapse into bed, exhausted. The sound of my bedroom door crashing open jolts me awake. Martin stands there, silhouetted in the hallway light, holding something in his hand. Do you have any idea how goddamn annoying that sound is? Snorting like a pig all night? I'm barely conscious, confused. What? You're breathing. Listen to yourself. You sound like a disgusting animal. Before I can process what's happening, he's beside my bed. The water glass from my nightstand is in his hand. Then it's not. It's shattering against my face, water and glass exploding everywhere. Pain blooms across my cheek and forehead as tiny shards embed in my skin. Maybe that'll wake you up enough to breathe like a normal person. He slams the door. I sit frozen in shock, blood trickling down my face, realizing this is the moment everything changes. I locked myself in the bathroom, picking glass from my face with trembling fingers. The mirror showed a nasty gash across my cheekbone. 3 rapid knocks on the door made me flinch. You okay in there? I heard something break. I'm fine, Leo. Go back to bed before he hears you. Are you bleeding? I can get the first aid kit. Just go, please. Morning came too quickly. I covered the worst cuts with concealer. Diane gasped when I came downstairs. What happened to your face? Martin cut in before I could answer. She knocked over her water glass in her sleep, clumsy as always. That looks deep. Maybe we should take her to urgent care. For what? So they can put a Band-Aid on it? Stop babying her. At school, Tara pulled me into the bathroom after seeing my face. Holy shit, what happened? Martin smashed my water glass against my face last night because I was breathing too loud while sleeping. That's it. We're calling CPS right now. And tell them what? It's my word against his. Diane won't back me up. Tara grabbed my shoulders. Then we document everything. My cousin went through this with her stepdad. Start recording stuff. That afternoon, she handed me a tiny camera disguised as a phone charger. It uploads to cloud storage. Put it somewhere he won't notice. 2 days later, Martin lost it because Leo got a B on his math test. You think colleges want mediocre students? You think I'm paying for you to be average? The sound of Martin's hand connecting with Leo's face echoed through the kitchen. I stepped between them. He's trying his best. Not everyone's perfect like you pretend to be. Martin's eyes narrowed. You want some too? Think that cut on your face was bad? Keep talking. Diane appeared from nowhere. Who wants ice cream? I picked up that mint chocolate chip you like, Leo. That night, I showed Tara the footage. This is good, but we need more. One incident isn't enough. The next day, I approached Miss Reeves. What if someone I know is being abused at home? That's not hypothetical, is it, Winter? What happened to your face? I broke down, telling her everything. About the glass, about Leo getting slapped. I need you to understand something. I'm a mandated reporter. If you tell me a child is being abused, I legally have to report it. But they'll just deny everything. Then it gets worse. Not if you have evidence. Documentation is key. I showed her the footage. Her expression hardened. This is serious. With evidence like this, CPS has to investigate. I need more. This isn't enough to make sure he faces consequences. Miss Reeves slid a business card across her desk. This is a family lawyer who specializes in abuse cases. She can advise you on what evidence would be most compelling. Walking home, I made my decision. Martin had controlled us through fear for years. Now I would use his own behavior to destroy him. I called the lawyer Miss Reeves recommended and got straight to the point. I need to know exactly what kind of evidence will guarantee my father faces consequences. Multiple incidents, multiple angles, audio and video. Establish a pattern, and you need witnesses beyond your immediate family. I planted Tara's spy camera in the kitchen, my phone in the living room bookshelf, and a voice recorder under the dining table. What are you doing? Leo caught me adjusting a camera. Getting proof? Want to help? If Martin finds out, he won't, not until it's too late. I called my mom's sister, who never liked Martin. Aunt Claire, I need to talk to you about something serious. We met at a cafe across town. Jesus, Winter, what happened to your face? Martin happened, and it's not just me, it's Leo too. I showed her my footage. Her hands shook. That son of a... I always knew something was off. Diane keeps making excuses. Will you help me? I need adult witnesses. I'm in. What's the plan? The plan, family dinner with Aunt Claire and Uncle Greg. Cameras everywhere. But Martin found one recorder Thursday night. I came home to find him waiting in my room. Care to explain this? It's for a school project. We're collecting ambient sounds. His eyes narrowed. You think I'm stupid? You trying to get dirt on me? He backed me against the wall. Whatever game you're playing stops now, or things get much worse for you and Leo. Understand? I texted Tara immediately. He found one device. Still have 3 others. Dinner tomorrow? Still on. Friday night. I'd briefed Aunt Claire on triggering Martin's temper. Mention politics, question his parenting, praise Leo's achievements. Dinner started pleasantly until Aunt Claire dropped the first bomb. Leo told me he's joining debate club. He'd be amazing with that quick mind. Martin's jaw tightened. He needs to focus on grades, not waste time arguing. His grades are great, Uncle Greg said. Kid's obviously brilliant. His last math test says otherwise. Aunt Claire pressed further. Winter mentioned you got upset about a B. Seems harsh. Don't tell me how to parent my children. Who wants more potatoes? Diane tried changing the subject. No, Diane. Aunt Claire pushed her plate away. I want to know why my niece has a scar that looks like it came from broken glass. The table went silent. Martin slowly set down his fork. You've been filling their heads with nonsense, haven't you, Winter? Just telling the truth. For once, someone's actually listening. Martin exploded, pounding the table. You ungrateful little, after everything I've done. Like what? Terrorize us? Smash glass in my face? Hit Leo for a bit? You're dead. You hear me? Dead. Uncle Greg stood up. That's enough. Diane, grab the kids' things. They're coming with us tonight. Martin lunged across the table toward me, exactly as planned, directly into the view of 3 hidden cameras. Uncle Greg tackled Martin before he could reach me. The cameras caught everything. His threat, his lunge, the hatred in his eyes. Grab your stuff now. Aunt Claire ushered me and Leo upstairs while Uncle Greg pinned Martin down. Diane stood frozen. This is ridiculous. Martin would never— Open your eyes. He just tried to attack your daughter. 3 days later, we sat in the police station with our lawyer, Miss Parker, watching the detective review our evidence. The threats, physical assault, pattern of abuse. We have enough for an arrest. Diane paced outside. I don't know what to believe anymore. He's always had a temper, but nothing, Mom. You saw him try to attack me. You've seen the bruises on Leo. Stop making excuses. I failed you both. You can still make it right. Testify against him. 2 weeks after Martin's arrest, we faced him in court. He looked smaller somehow in his orange jumpsuit. Your Honor, my client acknowledges his behavior was inappropriate, but therapy would be more beneficial than incarceration. Miss Parker presented our evidence, every recording, photograph of injuries, medical reports, and witness statements. The defendant has demonstrated a pattern of escalating violence. These children deserve more than promises of therapy. The judge sentenced him to 3 years with mandatory anger management. No contact with me or Leo until we turn 18, and only then if we initiate it. As guards led him away, Martin called out, Winter, please, I'm sorry, I need help, not prison. I looked him straight in the eyes. You should have thought about that before you threw glass at my face. Diane surprised everyone by filing for divorce the next day. I'm staying with my sister. I need to figure out who I am without him. Leo and I moved in with Aunt Claire permanently. My first night in my new bedroom, I slept without fear for the first time in years. A month later, a letter arrived from prison. You can burn it if you want, Aunt Claire said, placing it on the table. I read his desperate pleas for forgiveness, excuses about his own childhood, promises to change. Got a match? I asked Uncle Greg. He handed me a lighter. We watched it burn in the sink. Miss Reeves helped me start a support group at school for kids with abusive parents. You turned your pain into purpose. That's rare. I just want other kids to know they don't have to live in fear. My scar faded slightly but never disappeared. I stopped covering it with makeup. It reminds me that I fought back and won. Last week, Leo made the debate team. When he called with the news, I heard something in his voice I hadn't heard in years. Pure, unburdened joy. Sometimes freedom comes at a high price, but it's worth every penny. Martin thought fear would keep us silent. He was wrong. The truth was always stronger than his fists. And now we're the ones who sleep peacefully at night. What would you do if you were in Winter's position? Would you have rejected your abuser's apology letter? Or would you have considered forgiveness for your own healing? The story shows Winter burning the letter without a second thought. Was this the right choice? Or does refusing to forgive keep you chained to the past? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear different perspectives on forgiveness versus cutting ties completely. If this story resonated with you, please consider hitting that like button and subscribing for more content like this. Your support helps these stories reach others who might need to hear them.